MSNBC is pure Democrat propaganda. Watch them defend the Biden crime family.
Time again, they're trying to make this happen, and it just isn't. And as we've talked about, Joe, we'll see if Hunter Biden is charged with a crime later this year. It looks like maybe on tax filings, or he shouldn't have had a gun when in his possession. We'll see. We'll deal with that as it happens. We'll see if there are any electoral impact. But even then, there's no suggestion that the president did anything wrong. And at least at this point, the Republicans, try as they may, and as many hours as they spend on Fox News, they have not been able to create anything about the actual Biden crime family that seems to be changing any voters' minds, and instead turning off voters who say you should be focusing on other things.
Well, I mean, and it's so awkward. I mean, they're so bad at it. No, it's as awkward as Ron DeSantis trying to laugh spontaneously at an Iowa event.
Please don't show that.
No, I'm not going to show it. It's just it's very awkward. But you look at Durham. He has he tries 2 cases that we're going to prove that the FBI spied and Hillary Clinton spied, and the juries. 2 juries come back out. No, not even close. 24 jurors just said no to Durham. His cases were so horrible. He never proved anything. And now you have Comer coming along, and they put out a report, and my God, even people on the right who have been lying time and time again about the, quote, Biden crime family have to say, well, there's no smoking gun there, is there? There's not really anything there, is there? Nothing going back to Joe Biden. And there's not.
Wow.
But it's just, again, it's awkward because they're so bad at this. And as Willie said, with Benghazi, you had an underlying tragedy. Of course, that kind of makes it even more grotesque that they decided that they were going to exploit the deaths of 4 Americans who gave their lives in service to America to try to drive down Hillary Clinton's poll numbers. But the underlying investigation was a worthy one to see what happened in Benghazi. It's perverse that they said, well, let's use these 4 dead Americans to drive down Hillary Clinton's poll numbers. Here,
unbelievable.
They literally have nothing.
They have Hunter, and the focus on Hunter, I think, continues to backfire. Because I just think... I could be wrong, but I think there's a kind of a bad reaction to going after President Joe Biden's surviving son, and who has written a book about his struggles, who has been open about it. And yes, if something, you're right, and all of us have said this, if there's a charge against him, we will cover it, as we would cover anything else. But the kind of personalization of the politics against Joe Biden, who is widely known as a very empathetic man, who is widely known as a very good man, who seems to many people like a good guy, and they go after his son like that, and I think it just kind of is cringeworthy. It doesn't